Well, we're taking a break from all the Thanksgiving week talk to hear from one of the best-selling authors out there today. His name is David Baldacci, and he's joining me now to talk about his latest book, The Escape. Good morning, David. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Well, tell me a little bit about this book and, of course, this series with your character, John Puller.
Yeah, this is the third book in the series, and in Zero Day, the first book, I sort of foreshadowed what the plot was in The Escape. Robert Puller is his older brother. He was an Air Force major. He was convicted of treason. He's now a high-profile prisoner at a maximum security military prison in Fort Leavenworth. One night, something happens, and there is an escape, and the person who escaped is Robert Puller. And his head is full of national security interests because that's what he did when he was with the military. So they bring in John Puller, who knows his brother better than anyone, to try to hunt him down as fast as possible.
Well, it's interesting you say you start foreshadowing some of this plot in the first book. How much planning goes into this where you're telling us what's going to happen in book 3 way back in book 1?
Yeah, there's some of that. I mean, most of my books, I never outline them all, and I never know the ending until I sit down to write the book, and I write myself to the ending. But big plot points like Robert Puller's question is something that I wanted to set up early on at the beginning of this series, because I knew that either the second, third, or fourth book down the road, I was going to tackle that issue, and I decided to do it in The Escape. It just made sense at this point in time.
Now, I can imagine, David, you've never escaped from prison, so I guess you had to do some research to do the writing for this book. What sort of research did you do?
Yeah, I remember when growing up in Richmond, I went down to the Richmond State Penitentiary one time and on a tour, and it was just a very depressing, as you can imagine, oppressive place. That's where the death chamber used to be as well, the electric chair when they did that back then. As a lawyer, I've been to prisons during my legal career. I've been to Fort Leavenworth. I wanted to let people sort of put them in the moment, the atmosphere of this place. It's a fairly new prison, replaced the old castle that was up there on the Fort Leavenworth grounds. It looks like a community college from the outside, except for the barbed wire and the 14-foot fences and the guys with guns. So I wanted to put them in the moment, but then from that point, once I had established that, then my imagination, the plot, and the fiction really kicks in.
Now, as a lawyer, do you find yourself wanting to write about lawyers? I'm a fellow lawyer, and I find that a lot of us are characters, is the best way I can describe that.
I have taken some idiosyncrasies and personality traits and all that from people I practice law with and put them into books because I found them fascinating and interesting. And the intricacies of the law, being a lawyer, we understand that. There's a lot of fascinating stuff. It seems a lot of it is dry and all that, but you can make really compelling fiction out of what lawyers do because there's a lot of juice to it. It really is.
I always say some of the best reality is happening in a law firm. You could do some good TV there. What's next for John? Will there be more books in this series?
There will be. I think John Puller has a lot of gas left in the tank. There's a lot of family dynamics going on, which I love, that I can carry forward into future books, and he has a lot more cases to investigate.
Well, I love him. Before I let you go this morning, I would love for you to tell us a little bit about your charity and some of the work you're doing with helping children with literacy issues.
Yeah, my wife and I founded the Wish You Well Foundation about 15 years ago. We pumped a ton of money into it. We fund literacy programs across the United States. We've done programs in Texas as well. We also collect books in partnership with Feeding America, which runs all the food banks. We've shipped out over 1 million books to food banks across the country. People who seek food assistance often have low literacy skills. Reading is the most fundamental skill you will ever have. Without it, you can never reach your potential in any field. So it is absolutely critical that people have the ability to read at a high level.
Well, I'll tell you, you're the second author I heard that from within the past week. I thank you so much. The book is great. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
All right, take care. You can pick up a copy of David's new book, The Escape, wherever you buy your favorite reads. Get your own because this one's mine. We're back with more of the broadcast right after this.